Welcome back to Margaritas in Paradise. Hey, I am getting ready to get on the road. I thought I'd show you my morning view this morning. Since I actually got out and drove, but now Songkran's over with, and my bags are packed. All right, I'm all loaded up. Motorbike's in the back, and I'm headed north. I'm headed, let's call Kamphaeng Phet and maybe Chiang Mai. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Looking at maybe a week on the road, but I'm not positive about that either. Get going. All right, let's get going. We're leaving Wagamot Garden Beach and turning onto Soi 16. I'm thinking it's probably around 95, 96 degrees. So this is probably one of the hottest times of the year, mid-April. I think today is the 22nd of April. Another Tesla. I'm seeing Teslas everywhere. I took a Bolt taxi yesterday. The car was brand new. It was like 2 weeks old, and it was made by Ion, or ION was the company, and it was really nice. It was an electric vehicle, all electric. It cost 1 million Thai baht, Chinese company. It really had a lot of get up and go, and I thought I was pretty impressed with it, really. And according to the owner of the vehicle, you could expect, using air and everything, if you got out on the road, you could get about 400 kilometers out of a charge before you needed to charge it. And because EV vehicles are so rare in Thailand, it's pretty easy to find a place to charge. And it only takes about, I think he said 40 minutes, or they have fast charging and slow charging, kind of like phones. But I think he said 40 minutes to get a full charge. And that's pretty good. What do you guys think about EV vehicles? That's something in itself. Write it in the comments. Is that the future? I think it is. So many people I talk to, they're kind of against it. It's kind of like AI, they're against that too, but I think that's the way of the future. I'm sure there's growing pains with everything. We saw that with computers in the military. And out to Sukhumvit, make a U-turn. Now, I've been tired of Pattaya for a long time, and I've been wanting to get out on the road and do some driving and checking out new things, new places. And Kamphaeng Phet province, which is south of Chiang Mai, north of Bangkok, that type of thing. Anyway, I figured I'm going to allow myself about a week. Now, if I decide I want to stay longer, that's fine. If I decide not to stay as long, that's okay too. I'm going to find something to do. But I really wasn't sure exactly what I'm going to do or expect, so I brought my motorbike with me, as you can see it in the back. And, it's hot out. That's a bad thing. That's a concern. I think a friend of mine posted today that if the temperature, the feel-like temperature is 111 degrees. So it's hot. You have to be concerned about driving, and your car doesn't overheat or anything like that. So you have to kind of pay attention then to those type of things. But other than that, I'm getting a late start, and I'm probably only going to drive about 4 hours or so and find a hotel, and then start out fresh tomorrow. So, all right, let's go. We're headed towards Highway 7 towards Bangkok, and then we'll kind of peel off from there and figure it out. And if I see the world's largest ball of twine along the way, I'm going to stop and check it out. Matter of fact, not only will I check it out, I'll show it to you. Turning onto Highway 7, it happens to be a toll road. But this is the most efficient way to go up there for sure, is by the toll. And even when I see temples that I haven't been at and things like that, I do pull over and go back and check out those different sites. So, all right, let's get going. Check this out. Driving down the road here, that's a Ford pickup truck. Up your top. I just checked in to this room called the Golden Dragon Resort in Singbury. But anyway, I got this room and I got it on Agoda. Originally it was advertised $16, ended up being $19.90. Pretty decent room. Small TV, probably won't turn it on. It has a small refrigerator. There are a couple bottles of water. It has a king-size bed, 2 pillows. It has a nice wash area toilet, kind of a curtained off shower area. The sink's a little bit low, but that's okay. Yeah. But you know, for the price, now it doesn't have a safe. It has an extra pillow, but I noticed they didn't have a safe. They have a security box downstairs I could use if I wanted. But anyway, then it has a nice little balcony area out here. There's no glass in this patio area right here, but it's a big balcony area. And you look right down, you see my truck down there, the motorbike in the back. Big room for less than $20. And this is in the city of Kamphaeng Phet. So I'm going to get some clarification on what this is called later on. It's a little bit cooler out right now, and I went ahead and got a hotel room. The hotel room that I ended up getting was advertised on Agoda for $12 a night. Of course, by the time they added all their fees and everything, it ended up being right about $20. And I'll show you that room later on. So they have a nice walkway through here. I'm sure these, I say this, but I'm sure this is 14th through 16th century. Now, one of the things that I was reading about, this stone that's directly in front of me here is the laterite. And they get it from the riverbanks, and there's lots and lots of it there. But you see this little chatty here, it's made out of brick. And the bricks have to be made here normally out of clay, and it takes a lot more of them. So the things that they're building with it are not going to be as big. But that's what I read. But I'm looking around here and I'm seeing a lot of bricks. So maybe the brick plant was really close to here. Now they have a couple Buddhas up here. Oh, many. Try to get out there. So according to this here, Wat Pra Cow. This is what it would have looked like in a reconstructed view. Pretty impressive. Walk out there. There's even a reclining Buddha out here. All the small Buddhas, you'll see a bunch of them. And all the plaster. Yeah, look at that. Amazing. Now, if you haven't done so already, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. You're hitting that subscribe button. And there's a little bell right next to the subscribe button. Hit that for all future notifications of videos coming out on Margaritas in Paradise. All right, let's keep going. Looks like some legs. Maybe it's a sitting Buddha, or maybe it's gargoyle. Kind of claws on the feet. Maybe it's an elephant. And yeah, who knows? Now, one of the things to note here is there's a wall going all the way around the city. And as you're driving around, there's ruins everywhere. Some of them are more organized like this one, but they are everywhere. I mean, it's amazing. I start thinking about the current temples and things like that, things for the last, let's say 200 years or so. How old are they? And somebody told me that the current temples are mainly made out of wood, so they don't last as long. And traveling around, I have seen lots of temples that are under renovation. Yesterday I was at a temple that was under total renovation. And anyway, so it's interesting to think where these temples have lasted hundreds and hundreds of years. So Wat Phra That, this one would have looked like Wat Phra That. This one here is, it's decorated with the lotus kind of flowers at the top bell right around the bottom, and at the very top it's a symbol for the king, I think, or royalty anyway, maybe a royal chetty, I'm not sure. Wish they had signs around here for us to read, or some type of monument sat on that post there, and it's been moved. That's nice. All right. Well, you can see it definitely was some type of animal. I think it was an elephant. I think this one, two down on the other side of it, you can see part of the elephant head. There's a Buddha statue up in there. Headless. I was just walking back and I happened to look to the left and I saw these elephant on the sides, at this side of this chetty, and that were in relatively good condition. Yeah, very good. The Kamphaeng Phet is located on the east side of the Ping River bank. The layout of the city is a square-shaped brace along the river. There was a fort situated at four corners of the city wall with 10 gateways along the west direction of the Ping riverside. Opposite of Wang, Kamphaeng Phet was an ancient city constructed along the city moat. Today there's only ancient remains left. The group of ancient sites remains located outside the city wall in the south direction of Kamphaeng Phet, Muang Nakhon Chum, considered as an ancient city of the Sukhothai during the 14th and 15th century. Alright, well, I'm back out traveling around Thailand again, and I'm in Kamphaeng Phet, okay? It's a city of ancient ruins, and it's pretty cool. Everything around this whole area is something really to see, and I'm going to go out and take a look around, see what we can find. The best I can do around here, this whole city has a massive wall and a moat around it, and I'm planning on just walking around everywhere. I might unload my motorbike and get out and do a little traveling. Probably find a hotel here tonight. All right, let's continue on. They have these signs out here where you can scan different languages to tell you about each one of these sections. These look like old pagodas. Probably have remains inside of them. A whole series of them. Remains of special monks, and maybe a piece of hair from Buddha or a toenail or something. It's amazing. Now, the one thing I've noticed here, or it looks like, I don't see any footprints up here in the dirt. So maybe I'm not supposed to be up here. You definitely see footprints down here. Now this area here, they saying, was the 13th, 14th century. This is what this area would have looked like. We're going to cross the wall. Now, I was inside an auditorium a little while ago, and they had an English translation of what happened to these sites. And basically, the way they're describing it is, it's just age and deterioration. Now, as you can see in the center there, that was a sitting Buddha monument at one point. You can see the legs are crossed right there. But that would have been a Buddhist monument right there for sure. And I didn't realize that. I thought, well, I don't know what I thought. And we're talking about 14th century. So, yeah, a long time ago. I was looking at the time frame, and this is before Rama period was in existence. Apparently over here were the monks' residence, and somewhere was the latrine area. Maybe the smaller one with the two trees in it there. Not sure. They were also talking about this stone here, the laterite. All right. Needless to say, that look at the steps there. They are really worn down, and they don't want anybody going up there. And I don't blame them. Now, don't get me wrong. If they allowed me to go up there, I'd probably go. Even though I do feel like some of these, look at the old elephants. Some of these are challenging my age. The principal chetty, the lower principal chetty was a square, large featured 68 elephant sculpture. Each stucco elephant figure had an ornamental design around the necks and legs. The spaces between the elephant sculpture were decorated with floral design, a high relief. Man. Yeah, you can see the stucco versus, let's say, the one on the end here that was just laterite, and then the stucco ones here. So that's covering the laterite. Wat Ma. Khlong Nogam. Wat Ma Phi. This is a big one too. Has a wall that goes all the way around it, and you can see in the back there, it has the little protective shrines for the smaller Buddha statues, sitting Buddha statues that are still in there. Most of them don't have heads. So this is Wat Pao Moor, 15th, 17th century. You can see that there was a brick-made Buddha image that was probably stucco covered at one point. Sitting Buddha right there. All the stuccos wore off. This one here as well would have been a Buddha image. You can see the heavy stones back there, the laterite, and that was a well. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, that you're hitting that subscribe button. There's a bell right next to it for future video notifications. Hit that. You can also click all and it'll send you notifications anytime I post a new video. All right, make sure. Oh, we're having fun out here. It is hot, hot, hot. I think it feels like 110 degrees out. Fahrenheit, I think it's around 45. So, or not 45. Celsius, I think it's around 45 degrees. So it's hot out here. But anyway, we're having fun. Wat Pa Mood, large structure there. Another structure over here. It looked like a multi-level, multi-floor at one point. The side, there was a sitting Buddha, and all that's left is the legs, the crossed leg section of that. I imagine probably all four sides had a figure. Like I said, we can see the legs sitting Buddha that was there. Now that was something else I read about. I was thinking maybe the bricks had something to do with money or things like that. Here's another standing Buddha. Just the legs and the bottom torso area. You can see. Then let's see if we can get around to the other side. Oh, there's an arm too. No, didn't look like there was anything on this side. Oh yeah, I think there was. You can see the bottom of the legs there. So it would have been a sitting Buddha on this side. I think that's a part of a chetty there. So amazing. Well, it's a little bit too hot out for me, and I'm off to my hotel at the Soda Resort in Kamphaeng Phet. Now here's the free breakfast at Soda Resort. Toast with different spreads. Thing of hot rice, rice soup, khao tum mu. A thing of Penang, it's gai, chicken Penang. Another dish, it was a little bit spicy for me. And then this one here was, I think, chicken with cabbage and some type of fruit. That was pretty good. That was my favorite. And this another soup dish with, I think, squash in it. It's with your room, and for 675 baht the night, less than $20. All right, we're out of here. Pretty basic room. Had a king-size bed in it. Nice shower area, hot water. Good parking. The area looks pretty dry. You can see smoke coming up off the side of that hill. Welcome back to Margaritas in Paradise. I'm out at a place today that I wanted to go to a long time. It's called Khlong National Park. And they have a waterfall here, and it's supposed to be spectacular. But I know right now that there's not as much water flowing. So it's going to be probably average. It's pretty dry out right now and everything. But I'm looking forward to seeing the area. You know, there's probably about 20 other cars up here, and other people wanted to see it too. I'm sure they're bringing their kids to go swimming here and things like that. But anyway, this area is very beautiful, very pristine, and lots of camping. They have accommodations here as well, and it's a pretty neat area. It's only about 50 kilometers from Kamphaeng Phet, the city area that I was in yesterday, and it really looks nice. So anyway, this is it. Well, there you go. You have to be careful of your step. All right, so let's get going. If you haven't thought about this already, when you're hiking any of these trails, footwear that you need is not flip-flops. Okay, and that's the reason why I make sure that I have a pair of tennis shoes with me, as well as my average daily wear flip-flops. But when you're out here hiking around these trails, and especially going downhill or coming uphill in flip-flops, that's not the ticket. Now, they didn't say how far this is, but let's see here. It's a slippery area. I think that's for an area that, let's keep going. All right. This is a very beautiful area. Can you imagine this area if there was more water flowing? It'd be crashing down over this entire area. I imagine in a couple more months that'll be the case. So if you haven't done so already, make sure that you give Margaritas in Paradise a big thumbs up, and you're hitting that subscribe button. And hit that bell right next to it for future notifications. And let's go find something else fun to do. All right, let's go. Well, I'm sure those people were talking about me, but that's okay, because how often do they see a giant Khlong out here? Did have an entry fee. It was 200 baht for an adult and 30 baht for a car. Anything about a foreign price. But I have to assume that Thais don't pay 200 baht to get in. So it's like they have a park admittance. So apparently I was able to get in on the same ticket as the last waterfall. So that saved me for the day 230 baht, about $7, which I would have paid. Well, at least it's nicely paved. It's pretty narrow. guess 2 vehicles can go by. I think you need to slow down and take your time. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to make it up to that sign. Khlong Nam Lai Waterfall. What cup? Well, it's nicely improved out here, that's for sure. They have a campsite, Shrooms Visitor Center, and nature trail. And they got sprinkler heads everywhere. That's nice. So this is interesting. This is the duration of biological decomposing. And paper products are 2 to 5 months. Aluminum cans and aerosol products, 80 to 100 years. Milk cartons, polymer ropes, that type of stuff, 3 to 14 months. Aluminum cans, 100 years. Plastic spoons, 450 years. Styrofoam products, more than 450 years. Glass bottles, they're going to be here forever. Flip-flops, rubber flip-flops, 25 to 40 years. Kind of keep something in mind. All the plastic bottles you see everywhere. What do you got? Well, I've accomplished my goals today and went to these 2 waterfalls. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and I'm going to start heading back towards Pattaya. And of course, the plan is just to stop anywhere that I want or any place that I see and just have a good time going back. I'm not sure, my plan is to be back on Friday, but of course I may be back sooner or I may be back next week. And we'll just play it by ear and get there when we can. All right, let's get on the road. All right, yeah, I just booked into the Chai Sang Palace in Singapore. This one popped up on Agoda and it seemed like a pretty fair price. Anyway, king size bed. Now this did include breakfast. There's an aircon right here. Really nice room. Has a refrigerator with 2 cold bottles of water. Nice TV. They have a cafe and a bar downstairs, which is nice. They gave me 2 free welcome drinks. I'm not sure. It does say cocktail or mocktail on it. And it also comes with breakfast. So here's my view. All right, so that's it. Now, price on this room, they advertised $26, I think with taxes and everything. And came out to be about $30. 1,000 baht. Definitely worth it. All right. Here's the breakfast at this last hotel. Comes with the room. And I'm going backwards. It's got fresh juice and milk, snaps, toast, fresh fruit, vegetables as far as making a salad goes. Rice soup, coconut soup with chicken, fried eggs, ham, looks like pork hot dogs, chicken hot dogs, a basil soup with pork and coconut, it looks like, and eggplant. The pad see ew. It's a wide noodle, that's what I'm eating this morning. Fried rice with mackerel and rice. So a pretty good breakfast in a nice restaurant. I hope you enjoyed my trip up to Kamphaeng Phet and the Singapore area. I'm done a little bit early. I'm headed back to Pattaya now. I appreciate you coming along on my little trip, and look forward to seeing you on the next adventure.